Alright, so a lot of fans have been pretty harsh to Baron Corbin over the years, myself included. And while I don't intend to stop anytime soon, I have to say, considering a massive ovation he got in Paris over the weekend, I did come up with one scenario that might just be pretty good for him. What is the scenario? Well, it's the topic of this episode. Because today... Alright, to answer the question, no, I am not becoming a fan of Baron Corbin, but I do have to say that good booking is utilizing people to the best of their ability, and if you have pieces of a puzzle that just fit together well, then it's your responsibility to put them together. And also, I want to say that this is not a prediction. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, or I even think that it's likely to happen. This is just another armchair critic spitting out an idea and seeing where it takes us. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so for this storyline, it all centers around the fact that Baron Corbin is the last person to pin the tribal chief Roman Reigns on television. Now sure, Roman Reigns has beat Baron Corbin since then, like in Saudi Arabia and at the Royal Rumble, but we're gonna subtly glaze over that for this story, although we can acknowledge it ever so briefly. You'll see what I mean later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. In this scenario, Baron Corbin starts off having a match against some low-level jobber. It can even be a logo enhancement talent. Despite this, Baron Corbin still winds up losing anyway. Afterwards, he's backstage hobbling around when he crosses paths with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, who sees him, looks down and says, "You're pathetic," which prompts Corbin, who's still holding his jaw, to say, "Yeah, well, who's the last guy to ever pin you? Oh, that's right, it's me. So if I'm pathetic, what do you think that makes you?" Roman is furious at this comment, but Paul Heyman reminds him that they have to go out on stage, and he tells him to just let it go. Then after this, we see Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman backstage discussing Roman's next move, and while Heyman offers a bunch of suggestions, Roman says he wants Corbin. And this is where we can acknowledge those other wins without getting too specific, by Paul Heyman saying, "I don't understand my tribal chief, what's the deal, you've beaten him before?" To which Roman can reply, "I don't care, I wanna beat him now." Then we cut to Baron Corbin having another match, again with someone else low on the totem pole, and Baron Corbin winds up counting the lights yet again. And then, as he's in the middle of the ring still licking his wounds, Roman Reigns comes out, and he says, "I feel sorry for you, Corbin, losing to all these guys left and right. You know what? If you're gonna lose, you might as well do it to a much higher caliber of superstar, and it don't get any bigger than your tribal chief Roman Reigns. And because I'm a benevolent chief, I'm gonna grant you a non-title match next week right here." Baron hears this and he calls for a microphone, and he looks Roman right in the eyes and says, "No," and then just walks off through the crowd. Roman is stunned as he can't believe what he just heard. Then after all this, Corbin has yet another match, but this time against a mid-level superstar, and he still ends up losing, but this time it's a much more competitive match. Roman's prompted to come out yet again, but now he says, "Okay, I'm gonna offer this one more time. Forget about non-title on SmackDown next week. Instead, let's do Night of Champions for just the WWE Championship, not the Undisputed, just the WWE Championship." How do you like that? You get a premium live event show and an international show at that in Saudi Arabia. What do you say? Baron Corbin gets the microphone and says, "Still no." And Roman says, "What did you say to me?" And Corbin replies, "What, is that greasy hair getting in your ears? I said no." Roman angrily starts walking towards the ring. Corbin slinks out through the crowd yet again and just runs off. This is followed up by Baron Corbin having another match against a relatively low-level guy. However, this time around, he cocks his fist, does the Superman punch, and wins. Of course, Roman sees this and is now irate. We then get Roman Reigns kicking off the show in the middle of the ring with Solo and Heyman, and he announces that he has one more offer. SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer, one-on-one, Roman Reigns extends the challenge, Baron Corbin, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Final offer. Baron Corbin comes out and says, "Final answer, still no." Roman rebuts, "I don't understand. People like you don't get this opportunity every day. Are you too stupid to understand how much the undisputed WWE WWE Universal Championship is worth, and that you ain't gonna get a chance like this on a regular basis? To which Corbin replies, what don't you get? Of course I want the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. That's all I ever wanted. However, there are people who've held those titles before you, and believe it or not, there are gonna be people who are gonna hold on to those titles after you. But I'm the last guy that pinned you. No one can take that away from me. And right now, I have something that the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, wants. And I get to tell him no. That's something no one else has. That's real power. Now, the anger sharks are swimming for Roman, and he sends Solo up the stage to go after him. Baron disappears through the curtain with Solo in hot pursuit, only for Solo to all of a sudden get thrown out back onto the stage. Baron Corbin battling back. Corbin takes out Solo, grabs the microphone and says, "Oh, you want to play, Roman? This is what you want? Answer, still no!" And then walks off, with Roman in pure disbelief at what's going on. Next, this prompts a return of JBL, who says, "Hey, Corbin, look at that. You got a big win. I always knew you could do it, but I want you to hear something real quick. I know you already turned it down, but you have a shot at SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I know I could get you that match again if you want it. Now think real good about this, because this is a great opportunity." Baron Corbin cuts him off and says, "So that's what it's about? You trying to cash in on a meal ticket again? Listen, I wanted you to mentor me. I wanted to be as great as you. No, I didn't do it as fast as you wanted, but then you humiliated me. You embarrassed me on TV in front of my friends, in front of my family, when all I did was look up to you. And now, because I got an opportunity you want to cash in on, you think I'm gonna take you back? You said that I was pathetic? Nah, you're pathetic." Bradshaw then tries to swing at Corbin. Corbin blocks it and punches him right back, laying him out in Joey Styles fashion. The following week, JBL comes out and says he was offering his services to Corbin because he pitied him, that he realized that Corbin was so far gone that he's too stupid to take an opportunity to get the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam, and that he's nothing but a coward. Bradshaw then says that he would gladly come out of retirement to beat Corbin up himself at SummerSlam if it wasn't for the fact that he knows Baron Corbin's too scared to ever accept a match with a real man. Then Corbin's music hits, comes out with a microphone in hand and says, "I said no to the Tribal Chief. Didn't say no to you. SummerSlam, you got it." The match is set. JBL versus Baron Corbin. SummerSlam, no holds barred. Corbin says this is the revenge that he's wanted. That ever since JBL humiliated him, he's wanted to get his hands on him, and now was finally going to be the time. Now the match is ready to go underway. The bell rings, and that's when Solo and Roman storm the ring, and they tear Baron Corbin apart, leaving him a beaten and battered mess, allowing for Bradshaw to put his foot on Corbin's chest and get an easy win. The next week, we see Baron Corbin coming out, still showing his bruises and bandages. Corbin is very clearly pissed off. He gets the microphone and says, "Roman, yes, we finally get the match. Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin for the title." Bell rings, and Roman completely decimates Corbin. Beats him pillar to post. Total squash match. Roman even toys with him for a little bit before completely putting him away. Roman can even hit him with the end of days. The Tribal Chief pins. 1, 2, 3. Roman, Solo, and Heyman walk off with their hands held high, and Baron Corbin's left in the middle of the ring. Corbin finally comes to, and he slowly gets up, but this time to a stunning fan ovation, applauding him for giving it his best. And just like with the hero's journey, Baron Corbin returns right back to where he was at the beginning, a jobber. But he did bring something with him along the way: self-respect. Well, there you go, my pitch for a hypothetical storyline between Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and please make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to this channel. And also thank you to all my wonderful Patreon supporters out there, as you really do help to keep this channel going. Thanks again for watching, and as always, Dave knows.